Hi, I am going to show you how to do the Cortices technique. All right, so first, what you want to find is you want to find on the back of your skull, like where your spine and your skull meet. Scientific term, skull bumpies, but your occiput. And that's where we're going to put our hand at. And when we're doing hand placements, we are essentially putting our awareness there, and we're encouraging the different parts of the cortex to wake up and remember that they're supposed to work together. So what I usually do is when I am having my hand in a certain part of my brain, I'm visualizing it turning on. And how I do that is I visualize like a color, and it's kind of blinking in, blinking out, like it's revving up until I go to the next spot. And the first thing that we do is when we're focusing on that part of the brain and it's lighting up, turning on, we take our hand and we fan it out about like this, and we tap about right here on our head. So we're tapping on our head brain. And we're letting, basically in BodyTalk, when we're tapping on our head brain, we are letting the brain know, hey, look for the problem and find a solution. So we're going to breathe in and out 2 times. And then move on to our heart brain. So right here about where our sternum is, and just a nice light fluttering tap, kind of like it's massage day, spa day. And we're going to do the same. We're tapping. We're focusing on that part of the brain. And then we're going to go to the gut brain, the enteric brain. And that's about right below the belly button. And we're just going to tap there. And when we move our hand up, we are going to take where our pinky is, and our thumb is going to land right there. And that's our second position. And then we start again, and we're tapping on the head brain. And sometimes you can notice that you might spend a little bit of time on a certain area when you're tapping. It might not feel complete, so just kind of go with your own understanding. And then going to the heart brain. What's funny is the heart brain and the gut brain have more neuron connections than our actual brain. Fun fact. So when we're tapping the heart brain, we are essentially any kind of changes that have been made, we're saving them, kind of like a program on a computer. And then we're going to that gut brain, a little spot right below the navel, and just tapping. And that is integrating all the changes into the whole, down to the cellular level. All right, we're gonna change hand positions again. So that what is it? Yeah, it's like yoga for the brain here. Your thumb is going to go where your pinky was, and so don't worry about it. Yeah, you're like, I can't touch my head. We're just going to tap over the hand. It's really just an intention and a focus tool, because energy, it has no bounds. So we're just tapping and breathing, tapping on the heart, and just allowing that balance that's happening right now to make its way down into our nervous system, and just feeling that calm coming down. And tapping on the gut brain. And then our last hand position is going to be where it meets the eyebrows, so right there on those frontal lobes. And then we start tapping again. And on the heart brain. And down to below the navel. And this is where it gets different when we are doing our temporal lobes. We're going to put both hands on the sides of our head. So our temporal lobes, and then, our limbic, which is our emotional center. So we're going to take just one hand. Yes, and tap on the head. and replace the hand on the side of the head and take the opposite hand and yes, tap on the heart. Make that connection again, take that opposite hand and yes, tap on the gut. And then make that connection, take a breath. And give thanks in the way that feels good and resonates to you. And then you're done. And so cortices can actually take the brain out of shock. I've seen it happen with a couple of my daughter's friends that felt like they almost drowned and brought them back into their body. This is a good practice for if you're having trouble concentrating, you're feeling anxiety, foggy brain, you know, just anything, just to turn the brain back on, help it to remember that it's supposed to be working together with those different parts of the brain, and just to feel more ease during the day. So you can do this anytime, you know, you can go to the bathroom, it takes 2 minutes. And sometimes it's a good way to start your morning with your morning practice, a good way to end the night. Yeah, so I hope that this was helpful and instructional, and let me know if you have any questions or anything that I didn't cover. Thank you.